Hi everyone! I hope you had a great day. Happy Monday. So, I wanted to talk about some prenatal care that I started doing. Um, so since about June, I I'd like to get massages in general anyway. I think it's good for your well-being, and when you're trying to work out a lot, then it's just good for your body to have that. So the place that I was going to offered prenatal massages. So I figured it would be a good opportunity. I was trying to focus on my well-being as much as possible while I'm pregnant, and just taking care of my body as much as possible, and just doing whatever I can to make the pregnancy easier and just my body prepare for labor and childbirth and all that. Hey Les, hey Gab. So I've been going to having prenatal massages once a month. There's a place near me that offers like a deal if you do the monthly thing. So I figured if I paid for the monthly sign up that I would go. So I've been getting prenatal massages, and I had some like pelvic SI joint pain. Hey Elise, about I'd say probably before I was pregnant, around that time. But then obviously as I've gotten further along, it's been more painful, and it's just in my left SI joint, like your pelvis, and it kind of gets like worse, kind of like down my butt. So that's really what I would have the massage people focus on. Today I went, and today was the first time I went to a girl that she actually had like that cutout where you can like lay down and you have a spot for your belly, and it was amazing because, as many of you know, when you're really pregnant, like you have so much pressure, and like your belly is so like big and it weighs a lot, and like leaning forward just takes that pressure off your back. So that was amazing. So that totally helped today, and I felt like she could really get into like my problem area, because when they push on your back and your spine and your pelvis when you're on your side, I feel like it's not as beneficial. So that was amazing. So if you comment below if you were pregnant and you had prenatal massages, and if you thought that it helped. I think it's just good for helping you relax as well, and just like kind of getting your mind, off worrying about everything else in life. So because I've been having pelvic pain, one of my friends who is a Pilates instructor recommended going to a chiropractor. Chiropractors the whole idea of it has always scared me. Like the whole like cracking of the back and the neck. And I know it's not like you're not cracking it, but that whole concept just made me nervous. And, I've seen and heard of some horror stories, and my husband does go to one. He gets, sometimes after he works out, he'll notice that like his pelvis isn't aligned, and he goes, and it helps him tremendously. And I know many people that benefit from it, many kids that benefit from it for like numerous reasons. And my friend said that there's special techniques that help with childbirth, and it helps with positioning your pelvis so that it's not misaligned, and then the baby can position themselves better, and that your labor is better. So it got me thinking, because I'm like, well, if it can help my pelvis pain and it can help with my labor, then I wanted to look into it. So I Googled the technique. It was called the Webster technique. So thanks, Steph, for recommending it. And there really weren't many places around me that offered it. The place Mike goes doesn't have it. And I found one woman who has her own business, and she was like the only one around. She specializes in like prenatal chiropractic, chiropractic care. So I went today. I was nervous because I've never done it, and I didn't really know what to expect. I know that like they, adjust you, and they use these weird contraptions. So we went over like my whole history, and she went over like how this can help my pelvis area, and how it can help with childbirth. And she really needs to know like the position of the baby moving forward. I know the baby's head's down, but I don't know really if he's face up, face down, that type of thing. So I'm going to find that out hopefully when I go to my appointment on Wednesday. But yeah, I mean, I didn't realize it would be like so quick, the whole process. So I didn't even know if she would adjust my neck, because I knew that Hey Jody, I knew that she'd be working on my pelvis, because I guess they really work on like your sacrum. So she had me laying down, same thing. There was like a area for my belly. And she could really even tell higher up on my back where I'm carrying so much stress. And I've had prior injuries, actually from work. And she said that's where my pain is, the stress is originating from, and it's going down into my pelvis. So she adjusted me a few times, and then she used this like thing that makes like a clicking noise, which startled me at first. But nothing really like hurt. It just was like, she could tell I was very tight. She was making sure I asked if I was drinking enough water. Hey, Laurie, which I know I'm not, especially being pregnant. You're supposed to drink, I think, like 100 ounces of water a day, and I don't drink that. So she said, focus on drinking like, 65 to 70 ounces of water, and icing. She said I need to ice like every single day, especially because the pain is really bad at night and I can't sleep well. And then she did at the end, she had me go on my back. She put that clicker thing on my pubic symphysis, which is like at the bottom of your pelvis, and clicked that a few times, and I guess it's supposed to help there too. So I don't know if any of you go to a chiropractor regularly. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So at the very end, she did crack my neck, and it was kind of like scary at the same time of like just really not knowing what to expect. And then when I left, it didn't, I didn't feel like relieved. Like Mike, when he comes, he's like, he feels so good. I think because it was my first time and I was so tight and she had to like push really hard, I felt sore afterwards, but I'm feeling much better now. I don't feel like any pains. So I'm hoping, I'd love to hear if you've had experience with, if you thought massage helped you during pregnancy, if chiropractor helped you during pregnancy. I have friends that have just had babies and their babies are going for a certain thing. So I know it can help people. I haven't been educated well on it, so it kind of makes me a little nervous. But I would love to hear if you still do it. Even if you're not pregnant, I'd love to hear if you go to the chiropractor. My mom I know goes, but she asks them not to do her neck. So I know that there's options like that. But I would just love to hear your thoughts, comments, advice, recommendations, experiences, anything like that. Because, oh yeah, acupuncture. I actually read one of the girls that went to this lady when she was at her due date. She recommended her friend who does acupuncture, and she was like overdue, and she went to acupuncture, and then she went into labor that night. So that's always an option. I've never done acupuncture either, but I would be less afraid of that than the chiropractor, because I've just heard of bad things that can happen, but I know bad things can happen with everything. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and anything, just on your experiences of what you've, if it's helped you, if you continue going, what type of things has it helped you with? I would just love to hear all that. So I appreciate all you guys hopping on, and just comment below if you, if you do massage, if you do chiropractor, and all your experiences. I'd just love to hear it. And it'll help me moving forward, I think, with my whole process as well. So since I'm 36 weeks and 4 days, I think now, so she said that even though I'm this far along, that if I can kind of go twice a week, then it should help with my pain. And she gave me a very good tip of papaya enzymes. It's like a chewable tablet for heartburn, because I told her I can't sleep at night because I have heartburn. So I picked those up at the health food store, so I'll let you know how those are too. So thank you for hopping on. Thank you for all your comments. I can't wait to read them, and just let me know your thoughts on all of this. All right? Have a good night, guys.